ever wondered what would happen if you changed careers? Well, for our next Beyond the Counter segment, I am sharing the story of one Chick-fil-A employee who found a passion for a new career while working there. Here's her story. Denise Acosta is enjoying another day working at the Chick-fil-A Covington Highway 21 store. Some may think this was Acosta's first job, but it was actually a career path she found later in life. Acosta is a Destrehan native who has always had a passion for helping people. For a few years, she attended college at Southeastern University. That is where she discovered the Disney College program. She knew from the start that this was something she wanted to do.
Disney is all about building relationships and connections. It's also about a lot of patience, working. We don't always have the most magical guest at Disney World, so it definitely brought up, what does this experience mean to this guest?
After finishing college online, Acosta graduated with an education degree. She moved to Florida permanently and started her first career as a teacher. She spent 6 years teaching preschool and 3rd grade. She thought this was going to be her forever career until COVID hit.
We all know the craziness that brought, and it was just kind of a big reminder of hey, how important family is and how much I'm missing my grandparents over here in Louisiana.
Acosta and her boyfriend ended up moving back to Louisiana shortly after leaving her job in the middle of the school year. She says leaving teaching was by far one of the hardest decisions she has ever had to make.
My students were everything, but it was necessary at the time for my family, but all of my students and I definitely cried about it and everything. And I still think about them.
Once they moved back to the area, Acosta started looking for a new job. She knew she enjoyed developing people, so she looked for jobs in that area. That's when Chick-fil-A came about, thanks to her younger sister, Desiree.
We talk a lot, hang out a lot. It was just hey, I have this job at Chick-fil-A that I really enjoy, and it's really not just working at a fast food restaurant. There's a lot of opportunities for growth and learning here. Maybe you should give it a try.
And she did. Acosta went to apply at the Chick-fil-A Lakeside Mall location, where she eventually got an interview with owner-operator Lauren Nelson. Nelson says she loves how Denise was able to bring her teaching experience to Chick-fil-A.
I know the amount of patience that takes, the amount of passion that it takes, and we do a lot of learning and growing in our restaurant.
Acosta thought she was going to work her way up as a team member, but she got hired for the leadership team immediately. She says having Nelson believe in her was a big confidence boost.
I wasn't 100% sure if Chick-fil-A was going to be it at the time, but I was you know what, this kind of sounds really cool and it's really different.
Acosta currently serves as the training coordinator at the Highway 21 Covington location. Her role is to help create a safe learning environment for new employees to succeed.
My goal to create a safe learning environment comes from my classroom management plan. It was always to create an environment comfortable and safe enough for anyone to ask questions and to learn through failure ultimately, because that's the only way we can grow.
As a former Disney employee, Acosta says Chick-fil-A is like the Disney of fast food. From learning a whole new world to the advertisement perspective, she sees many similarities.
For the focus to not just be on selling as much food as possible, but to focus on building as many relationships or as many meaningful relationships as possible, both with the team members and with the guests, that's just next level.
And that is what she loves about working for Chick-fil-A. She has the opportunity to help make impacts on people, whether it's a new team member or a guest.
With the Winning Hearts Everyday strategy, our focus is to bring valuable moments to every single guest within the restaurant.
Acosta says she was surprised to see that Chick-fil-A could be a career. Most people think that this is a first job or something temporary, but Acosta believes it's the culture and the opportunity for growth that brings her back every day.
One of our goals is to create a positive, an optimistic culture of kindness and respect with each other. It develops relationships, it builds connections. We want to teach people, anyone who comes in from high school students to adults, like how can a resume look? How does a 2-week notice look? All of these skills that you ultimately need in any work environment.
Working at Chick-fil-A has taught Acosta a lot of things. One thing she says she is always reminded of while working there is that there are career opportunities out there for everyone.
We're always learning. We are always teaching each other. And it's always moments to improve and get better, and there will never be 2 days the same at Chick-fil-A, and we're going to figure out a way to keep going and get to the next step.
As far as Acosta's future with Chick-fil-A, she hopes to continue working with the person who told her about the company in the first place, her sister, Desiree. Desiree has dreams of becoming an owner-operator one day, and Denise is excited to support her. Her boss, Lauren Nelson, says she is proud of Denise because she understands the power of how a simple chicken restaurant can help an entire community.
She definitely has that passion and that enthusiasm in the business. She's also just a very hard worker, and so there's never a moment where Denise is like not taking care of what needs to get done in the business, and I think she encourages other people to work with that sense of urgency, but also with that passion and that care.
I'm interested in learning and development and growth. It doesn't have to be in a school. It doesn't have to be in a specific setting I grew up thinking about. That dream and that passion can take place anywhere.
It's so true. You never know where your next career lies unless you go for it. Thank you, Denise, for sharing your story. And hey, if you would like more information on how you can apply to Chick-fil-A, head over to chickfila.com. We'll be right back.
Like Great Day Louisiana. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or on the web at greatdaylouisiana.com.